$2,000 fourth stimulus check update. Are there new signs that we could be getting a fourth federal level stimulus check of $2,000 to go out to everybody in the nation? Well, this article that just came out yesterday, I'm going to link it in the description so you can read it for yourself, says yes, there are new signs that a stimulus check could be on the way. Now, I'm going to be covering this in detail as they're letting us know the main reason why this is happening and how actually I'm going to be sharing with you articles that could be enhancing this even further, why we could be seeing this, because right now things are shifting with our economy. Take a look at this. As you guys know, this is your stimulus check update. I keep you up to date on what's going on with stimulus, Congress, the economy. Look at these articles just coming out. Lawmakers return to Washington with a lengthy lame duck agenda. They are back. They're trying to get things done before the end of the year. Now, there also are other stimulus provisions they're rushing to get done. I shared with you yesterday. Take a look at this. Congress, they can help struggling families by reviving the expanded child tax credit. That's right, on a federal level to parents. They want to send out those monthly reoccurring checks of $300. Also, Manchin wants a deal on debt, Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. This is another thing they're saying they believe they can get done with bipartisan agreement before the end of the year. Social Security, child tax credits. Well, take a look at what happened. I shared with you yesterday that also the president met with congressional leaders as they pledged to avert a rail strike. And this could be exasperating our economic issues. If they do not address this, there could be massive economic devastation, we're hearing. So they are rushing, as we speak right now today, to get this done, and also negotiating a year-end spending deal. And there's bipartisan agreement on this. Take a look, you guys. McConnell says there's widespread agreement among leaders on the need for omnibus. They need to get this taken care of. So they're addressing these issues, and if they do not, we're hearing it could be exasperating. It could be worsening the problem with our economy. And also, as I mentioned, child tax credits, Social Security, those are likely going to be agenda items they're going to address. They're going to try to fix after they get these taken care of. And also, stimulus checks. Let's dive into the articles and let you know about fourth federal level stimulus checks. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to see more content like this. And also thank you for all the support of my kids channel, Liam and Naya. They released a new video. I'm very proud of them. Check it out if you haven't already, if you got little ones. But with that being said, let's take a look at this article and what they're saying about fourth stimulus checks. All right, so let's take a look at $2,000 fourth stimulus checks. And if you're somebody on Social Security waiting for that $200 per month increase that was promised as well, be sure to stick around to the end. I'm going to give you a quick update on information on that too. So, are there signs another stimulus check is on the way? Well, take a look at this article that just came out yesterday and what it has to say. There's a reason Americans have been desperate for stimulus aid this year. Inflation has been raging since mid-2021, and it's driven the cost of living upward in a very big way. And let me know, I know they're saying that inflation has been crazy. Gas prices, food prices, the cost of living has been incredible, and it's really hurting those on fixed incomes as well. Over the past year and a half, consumers have continuously had to dip into their savings, rack up credit card debt just to stay afloat, and they're tired of it. And they're saying a little bit of stimulus provisions, some checks, it could go a long way to help keep people out of poverty. Now, unfortunately, there are no near-term plans to issue another round of stimulus checks. As I just shared with you, child tax credits, Social Security increases, those are in the forefront. And Congress haven't heard very much about checks recently, even though there's still $500 billion of leftover funds just sitting there that could be used for any stimulus provision. Now, the last stimulus round that got approved came back in March of 2021, a time when unemployment numbers was still very high and the economy was on shaky ground. This year's economy has been very different. Jobs have been plentiful and unemployment levels have been low, but there are signs that things are changing in that regard. And we've heard a lot of warnings coming for 2023. And if the unemployment situation gets bad enough, it could fuel a round of stimulus aid after all. And we are hearing right now reports that massive layoffs and unemployment is on the way. Unemployment numbers are already starting to climb. For the week ending November 19th, new unemployment claims rose to 240,000. Now, when we compare that to the number of unemployment claims that were filed during the early stages of the pandemic, that 240,000 total is actually pretty negligible. but it does represent a large uptick from the previous week, and it's also the highest weekly total since August 13th. So they're saying major shifts are starting to happen. We are at an inflection point. Meanwhile, a number of large companies have announced plans for layoffs. As I recently mentioned to you, there are a lot of companies saying they expect a recession coming very soon. There's going to be a lot of unemployment coming. Some have already even started the process of downsizing staff in an effort to conserve costs ahead of a potential recession. If unemployment levels continue to rise on a national level, it could make the case for another stimulus round. It could also potentially drive lawmakers to boost unemployment benefits once again, as they did during the pandemic, so that those who become jobless are able to make ends meet. Now, let's hope that things don't take a turn for the worst. Higher unemployment numbers could very well spur another round of stimulus checks in 2023. But that's actually not something people should hope for. So they're saying, let's hope the economy gets back on track. But if it doesn't, that could be the number one cause for another stimulus check. And they're saying the way things are going, that is definitely a possibility. So it's looking like if there's going to be a fourth stimulus check of $2,000 to everybody in the nation, it's likely going to be due to a recession where our economy is going to be going through a devastating time, which it already feels like we're kind of starting to go that route. Now, in addition to that, we also heard that Congress is working away right now during this lame duck session to get things done. Take a look at this article that came out that yesterday. It says congressional leaders left a meeting with President Joe Biden, resolving to both quickly avert a national railroad strike in the coming weeks and negotiate a $1.5 trillion plus year-end spending bill in the coming days. So they're getting busy right now to get things done. And Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said the Senate will work to pass a railroad agreement as soon as possible after the House takes it up, likely on Wednesday today. The railroad industry, its unions, and government officials have negotiated for months on a worker contract, but with the potential strike looming as soon as December 9th, Biden has called on Congress to step in and impose the current agreement, which some unions have deemed insufficient. So they got to work on this, try to see if they can come to some sort of agreement. This should be resolved by the 9th. Then after that, we're going to be seeing if they're going to be addressing these other stimulus provisions, child tax credit, Social Security. We will see what happens with the economy and if there will be another stimulus check. Now, whatever unfolds, I'll be sure to keep you up to date. Now, take a look. We also have heard that there is bipartisan agreement that things need to get done, and they need to get done now. They are taking it down to the wire here, like they always do. But we will see. And also, as I mentioned, child tax credits, Social Security are some of the things that they're saying is going to get done here before 2023. Now, if you want more updates on Social Security, be sure to check out this video right here. I cover it in detail for you. You can hear about the 3 different proposals on the table right now to increase the Social Security benefits by $200 per month, extend the solvency so that way by the year 2035 it does not become insolvent and people can't receive 100% of their benefits, and also total reform to the entire system and how they're going to be funding it, how people can get benefits. So be sure to check that out. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to see more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.